Hello everyone. Our topic for the podcast is mitigating the effect of climate crisis through waste management. I, Shivam Rana, with my teammates, Vedvi Seth and Hasti Parmar, are going to carry out the discussion. Climate change is one of the most talked about topics in last couple of years. We are in the middle of climate crisis, starting from wildfires to floods to the pandemic, etc. We all know that the fact that immediate action is required, and the pandemic has shown that nature can heal itself if the human species can control their actions and be considerate towards nature.
The pandemic showed numerous positive effects on the environment on various fronts like carbon emissions, wildlife and habitat, and waste. There has been a 50% decrease in carbon monoxide levels in New York, a 41% decrease in the peak traffic congestion in Seattle, a 75% decrease in nitrogen dioxide levels in Madrid. There are there has been an improvement in the air quality such that it could have saved the life of 4,000 children under 5 years. Carbon emissions fell by 25%. There have been various sightings of wild animals in the cities, like stags in Dehradun in India, or a puma in the center of Santiago, or a Sika deer wandering the streets and subway stations of Nara in Japan.
But some of the major negative effects during the pandemic were related to waste. There has been a surge in the amount of solid waste. One of the major reasons for this would be the ban of reusable bags in several states. There has been a huge increase in packaging. Up to 1 billion trees are cut to packaging of the shipping goods. A large amount of plastic has been produced due to the increase in the use of non reusable products. Medical waste has quadrupled to 200 tons per day in China. The amount of solid medical waste, has put more than 467,000 waste collection workers at risk in the US itself. Often, there is an unsanitary disposal of these wastes which affect the people living around these areas.
The pandemic has seen a huge increase in the amount of plastic and medical waste, as talked about before. According to CPCB, daily biomedical waste generation in India has gone up to by 25% in 2020 due to COVID. In terms of medical waste, there are two types: hazardous and non-hazardous waste, as generated in hospital, COVID centers, COVID test booths, vaccination centers, etc. The non-hazardous waste could be seen on our streets in the form of masks, empty sanitizer bottle, gloves, etc. In Hong Kong, face masks were reported to have piled up at nature trails and beaches due to improper disposal in the waterways, which disrupted the marine environment. Life below water is disrupted as marine habitat wrongly conceives the non-biodegradable plastic from the face mask as food. Thus, improper disposal of face masks to the aquatic environment poses a great threat to both wildlife and the marine life, as most of the waste generated in COVID was single use. Because the imposition of the lockdown, there was an increase in the food packaging waste due to the panic buying. Also, a huge number of people started ordering online for other things as well. So even these needed packaging solutions. There was also an increase in the plastic production to handle the dead bodies from COVID patients for water resistant aprons, gloves, eyewear, plastic disinfectant, body bags, etc. On the other hand, as a lot of factories and industries were shut down during the lockdown, as a result of which a lot of industrial waste was cut down. The irresponsible dumping of waste on land and water bodies was reduced, leading to rivers and other sources getting clean and revival of aquatic life.
During a certain disaster, various stakeholders get involved in the process of managing the waste generated, right from various government departments and agencies to various NGOs, civil society groups, professional associations, media, and healthcare workers, waste management workers, disadvantaged groups of people, migrant workers, and people living around the disposal areas like the dump yards and waste treatment facilities. Each of these have their own sets of concerns and demands, ranging from hygiene, revenue, crisis dissipation, to safety, cost, story, livelihoods, quality of life, and working conditions. They want proper waste disposal techniques and equipment to limit the crisis and not aggravate it. Provision of healthcare plans and treatments for the waste workers along with fair wages.
There are long term as well as immediate management strategies that authorities have to look at. One of the main concerns of the concerned governing bodies during the disasters is to provide relief. In the long run, striving to create a sustainable lifestyle. There are various policies and programs in India as well. Under the Swachh Bharat mission, the government banned the use of plastic. It was to cut off the source of the waste and encouraging the use of more eco friendly alternatives. There are other initiatives by global companies like Amazon to encourage the reuse of their delivery boxes. Under this initiative, people can fill up these boxes with unwanted things in their homes and pack them in the delivery box, which will be donated towards charity. It is a good step in not only using the packaging but also the waste items in the homes. Then, as for the medical waste generated during the pandemic, the health ministry in every state had laid out very clear guidelines to manage the waste generated in the institutions and the homes. This waste was supposed to be handled in the waste treatment plants. So we as nation have to promote such policies and campaigns and also encourage and participate actively in more such policies and strategies in the future.
To tackle waste, we need to look at three main verticals: the management of existing waste, cut down the production of new plastic waste, and create a sense of self responsibility in the people, where people could be seen as capital. Existing waste management and disposal. Of the 9,400 tons of trash that Mumbai sends daily to its dumping yards, 73% comprises of food, vegetable, and fruit waste, according to BMC's latest Environment Status Report. BMC should give out a mandate that it will only pick up recyclable waste. The food waste should be taken care of by the societies and institutions themselves on site. Despite the high proportion of recyclable components in its garbage, Mumbai segregates only 8% of its recycling and only 5% is composted by private agencies such as housing societies, restaurants, and produce markets. Various allowances in property taxes, sewage and drainage taxes, etc., should be given to those societies that become zero waste societies that take care of their own waste, both food and recyclables on site. The recyclables collected should be segregated and recycled. Tie-ups could be made with various organizations that recycle different types of waste. Using the existing plastic for making roads, eco bricks, recycling for packaging, etc., could be adopted. Plastic eating bacteria, which converts plastic to sludge in just 7 weeks, should be used to deal with the existing amounts and create a circular economy.
The new waste production, the generation of the new plastic should be eliminated. Each company has to handle its own waste. Zero waste packaging, that is eliminating plastic to level zero. The mandate to use sustainable packaging solution that can be incorporated as a type of material like dissolving foams, cardboard, packaging and paper packaging, scobies, plastic-free algae, packaging and other compostable materials used for packaging. As a business strategy, that is refilling, bring your own bags and containers should be incorporated, or as programs to handle their own waste. India accounted for nearly 3 million metric tons of e-waste in 2018, and the nation has a recycling capacity of only 5% of this amount. The companies who make products have to take back the used products like electronics and water bottles, etc., and recycle them.
Another strategy is to use people as capital. In the education sector, we could have youth as ambassadors. It means that the schools should incorporate various innovative waste management strategies in the education curriculum. The minds of young children are impressionable. The values taught to them at this age would stay with them forever. A subject to strengthen the importance of various SDGs could be added to the curriculum as a mandate all through the schooling years, where each child has to choose an SDG to associate themselves with. This subject could include activities like something as simple as growing and taking care of plant, making compost at the lower years, to as large as organization campaigns, awareness drives, and events. There is a fierce competition among the students to get into the desired colleges and universities. This could be seen as an opportunity to push forward the SDGs. The kids engaged in the pushing, the practicing of these activities within the school and in their neighborhoods through campaigns, experiments, etc., should get some additional benefits through credit system and certificates that are recognized and given preference in their university admissions. Participatory processes. The different stakeholders have different roles to play in then inviting the common people into the forum of participation. There can be civil society organizations and the community leaders can help in spreading awareness.
Hence, the impact of the policies on the biosphere and SDGs are that by eliminating the use of plastic at its root and then managing the existing waste and managing the waste on site and would reduce the pile up of a large amount of waste. This would directly benefit the well-being of the people, climate action, life on land, and life underwater. And by involving kids from a young age, when their minds are impressionable, there is a sense of responsibility that is generated within them that stays with them forever. It becomes a habit that will benefit in the long run. These participatory processes will create a strong partnership. All of this will work towards achieving the SDGs in the long run. Thank you.